regretting choosing plywood at the minute.
Duck's laughing at you. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another week. As you can see, the weather is beautiful outside. We're going to start with finishing off the tongue and groove, which we left at the end of the last video.
Got 2 more lengths.
Yeah,
painted.
2 more, so we can't go wrong. Otherwise,
We can. I can still cut that piece wrong.
Yeah,
7
but we
times
haven't
and it'll go good.
well, don't do that. And then this week we are going to try and focus on the ceiling, but it really does depend on the weather because we're going to have to undo and refit the mushroom vents in order to be able to drill down.
And core cutting through.
Yeah. So at the moment, it's not looking great, but I think it's going to clear up a bit later on. Whose birthday is it today?
Your dad. Happy birthday.
This will be like 2 weeks too late. But... Happy birthday, Dad. How are you going to fit the corner bit?
What, here?
Yeah. I think you need to fit this bit first. That's what you've done on the other wall.
Was it? Pencil.
How much of this build do you think we've wasted looking for a pencil? Like a good 3 hours.
Yeah, probably. Maybe longer. Oh, that's what we're struggling. It's going to be hard to get this in here, isn't it? Do you remember?
It's not going to help that this spray foam isn't.
No, I'll take the little edge off that bit. Oh, no, my pencil. Take measure, please. Oh, don't worry, it's in my pocket.
Oh my god.
My worry is that when you tap this, trying to get it all. Look at it.
Why is it moving that much?
That was you buy a cheap one.
It's not even yours though, is it? No. Don't complain.
Nice. Tiny bit.
Lovely, now for the last bit.
Like a slither, isn't it?
Small little bit. And the weather looks alright. I might be able to start the ceiling! What do you think?
Yeah. Been putting it off a bit, to be honest.
Why?
I don't really like messing about with full sheets because you're trying to like bend it, but 2 of us here, we've got some drywall supports I borrowed off Dad just to hold it up in place.
I think once we've done one and we sort of
To
know a
know
bit more what we're doing,
yeah.
then it'll be alright.
Yeah. At
And
least you
then
got
the
these
spray
over there.
foam.
Spray foam?
It's gone.
Oh, yeah.
So we have finished the tongue and groove, we've cleared the area. Next is, well, to see if the lights work.
Yeah, I'm going to test my wiring just before we bury everything, just test it all works. Put a cheap switch in here for now, just to test that it all works, basically. Just to test it. I'm just thinking if I wire in that switch first. It's a 2-way, but doesn't matter.
Do you just plug in one bit?
Just one bit on one switch for now, yeah. Top. That one should go into coal.
handy. It comes with 2 little screws.
Just to hold it in there.
Theoretically,
Should like that.
speaking, these 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4 should turn on. Right, ready?
Ready? Whoa!
Yay!
It's actually really handy because we can just leave before we've wired everything in, we can just leave that spare battery and have lights in it now.
Yay! That's exciting. Oh! Basically ready to live in. They're not going to be wonky like that, are they?
No, that's the cupboard one.
What are those 3 then? Oh, are they coming back?
Something's not quite right. I don't know if you've
I've just stuck them in a really
Oh yeah,
random place.
this would be over here,
Okay.
and then them 2 go.
Beautiful.
Right.
Right.
Let me just have a wiggle, make sure nothing's loose. I mean, there'd be enough room for these. The only connections would actually come out through the holes that we're cutting anyway. So it's only to check.
Clever little sausage, aren't you?
Cool. I'll leave them on now. Right. All right.
Night. Right, come on. Let's do this now. Right, you said because we want the bits of ply on the ceiling to match up with this, so then they can screw into something. Otherwise, it'll be a bit flimsy at the end. Got to cut. What did you say? 40 mil off?
40 mil off this first sheet, and then they're exactly 2.48 foot exactly then for the next 2, and then the end one we've got to cut because this with a door and hatch and all that.
That was down on the face a bit.
So yeah, you need to take 40 mil off.
Beautiful. And then we need to unscrew these to be able to cut the holes
For the vents.
for the vent.
Right, so this on the floor.
Right, we should probably move the lights. Ready?
Stick a side up so lift.
Yeah.
Uncut, and then we use the back face. This is like how it'll be over there. Yeah, lovely. Before I cut this, let's just triple check.
Oh my gosh. As you can hear, it is absolutely chucking it down now, but we're going to put the piece of wood up and then maybe move on to the next one. So then if it's sunny tomorrow or any time soon, probably not, then all we got to do is undo the mushrooms.
So what do we want there?
Oh, it feels cold.
Drywall supports. Right, we'll get on that end and hold it up. No, don't protect.
No, I wasn't trying to.
Back to you. Really?
It's just because it's
Oh.
going to have to cut a bit of the spray foam.
Shall we?
I think so.
Oh, you still to you still.
Huh? Yeah, let's put it down a minute. These corners need to be cut a bit more.
Do they?
Yeah. Not masses.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right, bring it. Pass one and blue thing?
Got it?
I got it, yeah.
Ceiling looks lower with this on.
There's a quicker way, but I can't let go of the plywood. Just take the weight, then we should be able to shunt it. What's the chance it's going to run out before it gets to them? Oh no.
What do you mean it runs out? Well, that's as high as it goes?
No.
Huh?
It's just a bit stuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, not. Just needs a bit of WD on it. sure on that.
situation.
Does that help? Yeah, that helps it a bit.
This bit might need cutting back. So, as you can see, we've got these running the whole way along. On the back wall, there isn't any. So we're going to try and recreate that just so we've got something to screw it into and have a bit more of a better way of connecting it, and like with the arch and stuff. And also, thought we'd finish with cutting spray foam, but it's still catching on a couple bits like this, so cut down the back. Ready? Yeah?
Yeah. Ow.
God.
What was that? Ow. Right, I'll just take the...
You're alright back there.
Take the weight back there a minute.
And then
Go on, tap it. Yes. Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Twist this way.
Why does it look so big in the middle?
Ow! Whoa.
Gosh. God. Oh my god.
Sorry, it's me. Right, ready?
Yeah.
Ah, you fucking... Sorry.
Oh my god.
Is that any better? Or?
Yeah. Right, come put this up, please. Please. Ow. Oh, hold it. It's bloody ridiculous.
Just slowly try and... Too much.
No.
Oh mate, I don't know if we can do this. Regretting choosing plywood at the minute.
Why?
That's going to be so hard getting that right.
Yeah, but regardless, you put it on, you were going to have something over it. So if it, like, if it's off, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, but that
As long
one,
as it-
that wasn't even far enough forward then. Another thing. Right, we're going to go home because we got a meal, and then we're going to tackle this tomorrow.
Fresh mind. It's just a bit awkward. It's just one of them things, really. Yeah.
Right then, morning. Plywood time. Best start on it.
It's been very rainy, and you can see Exhibit A
The mushroom vent's been leaking.
and most of them. But we've come to realise, I know this boat's a project at the moment, but boats are just hassle. Like, they're always going to be a problem. We just went to the new little cafe called Noah's,
Yeah.
and they live on a boat, and then a lady came in and she lives on a boat, and she's on about them like leaking and so. I just think this is just it now. But anyway, it would be great if we could stop it properly leaking. So if we can get the first piece of plywood up, I think that would give us confidence for the rest.
I actually tried to bend the plywood whilst we were away for a few days. It's not worked at all. Probably should have used a thinner plywood, but here we are.
How much thinner can you get?
This is 5.5 mil. We can get 3.6 mil.
But what if I want to hang plants off the ceiling?
Just probably best we had this then.
Yeah. The bit we did the other day, this does work, but I think it needs to be a bit thicker because it's very easily pulled
Comes
a
out.
little bit and then come out. So if we make these bits just a bit thicker, and to be honest, it wouldn't hurt if you did it on these as well, but I mean, we'll
do you
see
mean?
how we'll get on. Just to make it thicker, because like, not so much these ones, but the one that it like joins onto.
Oh yeah, got you.
It's just really hard. Like, we could ask family and friends, they'd be more than happy to help us come over and lift it, but You can't have too many people here. But equally, I was on about getting more of these, but every time you move one, it like alters the other and then they fall down, so...
Trial and error, isn't it?
Yeah. So the plan is now to put some nails, up in that end, just to like relieve the pressure, and then we'll try and like push it back, or not push it back, but like so there's not like big, like I don't even know what I'm saying.
So we were struggling with the plywood curving where it shouldn't curve, but we've just been packing it out a bit just to take the pressure off, and it seems to work. I mean, that's a bit much, but basically you're going to have to go along and just fine tune it all and tack a piece of just to keep it off.
I think just the nature of the plywood wants to bend unless you had like wood the whole way along, which would then technically be the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean you could put battens on top of these, but we're a bit short for headroom in here anyway. It's going to bring it down too much. So it is what it is. Now I'm going to take the mushroom vent off and drill that through whilst it's in place.
Ish. Oh, do you want me to hold it down here?
What?
Like...
No, I'll go gentle with it. I'm just going to take the mushroom off first, and then we'll measure the lights and stuff and drill them through before we put any more screws in to hold it up. I want to make sure we can pull the cables through the holes.
I think that'll be fine.
Yeah, we've only got like that big a hole to try and... If they're not in the right, we don't know where they've landed to. It all sort of happened a bit quickly. And cables is the last thing on my mind. It will look nice when it's done. Right, I can take this off a minute.
Do I come out?
It's a bit windy. We haven't got the windproof microphone thing. I ordered one, so all you hear is like... Shan't be long.
Joe has taken the mushroom vent off on the first one, so it looks like this. Now I'm going to core cut down in here and then figure out the lights. Right, Joe again? Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hello.
I want to take a minute to thank this week's sponsor, Skillshare, for their continued support of our channel. Joe and I have both been using Skillshare for several months now, with us both having varying interests. It's been a great app for us both to use and learn from, whether that be an existing passion or something completely different. Skillshare has thousands of ad-free classes, with new ones launching all the time for lifelong learners, ranging from topics like music, photography, videography, as well as marketing and house plans. I have been using the app in my downtime. It's really easy to get caught up in this build and become overwhelmed, but I find it really important to just stop and pause. I really enjoy learning new skills and helping my creativity flow. One of the features on the app is the fact that you can save classes for later, so that's been a feature that I've really enjoyed. One of the classes I have been discovering is a Skillshare original, Plants at Home, Uplift Your Spirit in Space by Christopher Griffin, helping me to extend my knowledge on my plant babies and how best to care for them. He talks about making a green space in your home and the benefits for your wellness. This is something I've definitely felt since having houseplants. I can already picture exactly where I want them on our boat. The first 1,000 of you to click the link in our description will get 1 month's free premium membership. Let us know how you get on in the comments or send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. Now back to the build.
We're just debating lighting positions again, because once you've cut a hole for your light, it's there, isn't it? I think we're going back.
It's really hard to envision it, and like you kind of want it even throughout the boat, but equally you're not necessarily going to see it throughout the boat because you're going to have stud walls for different rooms, and make sure you're not hitting the vents and stuff. We're just going to roll with it. It's just like the lighting and stuff, like not that it matters, but like the shadows that will cause, and like we had them quite central in Mabel, I think. And then when you're cooking over to one side, I appreciate you could have lights underneath cupboards and stuff, but you just can't really see what you're doing, was another thing.
Yeah, so these will be further above exactly where you're having the lights either side, far apart. They're in the walkway where you want them, and above kitchens and stuff on the side. There's not really a lot going on in the middle of the boat.
If you just, because originally we were just going to have like one light, not one light in a room, but like one light directly down, but it just causes shadows. And like you said, when you've got your back, there's a light here and then I'm in the kitchen and it's dark, you can't see anything. Yeah, just roll with it, we'll just do it.
How many lights are we going to have above the kitchen?
Let's do one room at a time.
No, because that's going to affect the spacing.
Some people are probably going to moan, but remember this is our boat, okay?
Well, they moaned a lot, we haven't done that one yet.
Just that maybe we should put them in the middle or something, but it's really hard to envision when you've got your whole boat and it's empty and you've literally got
I think
a
we're
plan
right,
of it.
because in your kitchen worktop and stuff, that's most important to light up.
And we're not going to have
units to put lights
we're not
on.
going to have massive units above the kitchen to be able to have them underneath, so... This is scary.
Yeah, I know. You've got, when you're building a boat for yourself like this, you've got so many such important decisions that you've got to make that you really don't want to regret it at a later date, but you don't really know until you've done it. This one first? Are you sure?
I can't. Get those bits of wood at some point as well, just so it's a bit more visual, because at the moment it still looks...
Oh, on the edge?
Yeah.
So we're fairly confident that we're going to have enough time to do another sheet before my eye test. Just going to send it.
I feel like there must be an easier way to that.
Oh, no.
What did you just do?
It's done. There probably is an easier way, but any tips on getting these up? We're about to run out of camera battery anyway, and I've got to go to the eye test now, so we'll be back tomorrow. Danny's still let down. Good morning, friends. We were told it wasn't supposed to rain today.
Bloody is then.
So I did a bit of extra wiring before we left yesterday, so we're ready to put the board up. Next board. Are you ready?
Yeah. There's loads of drips everywhere.
Boat life. Putting my hood up, got something soft to put into plywood. What's the plan of action? Get it up, put them up. Simple.
Done.
There you go. Pre-crank them. You could just do that, but it's a bit awkward. Something like that, isn't it? Good to start off with. Would you reckon? Hands reach. I just know someone's gonna comment on this video when we publish it after we've done more, saying why didn't you do this, and it would have been such a better idea. But
here we are.
Here we are.
Right, come on in. 1, 2, 3.
I know what the
Why
idea.
does this not feel heavy, but when you've got it like...
Because it's above your head. Ooh.
Oh. Yeah?
The best idea I would have is get someone else to build the boat for you. Right, hang on, let me try and get... This is going to be tricky, isn't it?
Probably.
I realise now. Right, Oh, too much. That ended forward, tiny bit. Leave it there, leave it there. Tiny bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, yeah.
You holding it?
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Oh, God. What's so heavy? What are you holding?
Bloody sheet, what are you holding?
I write to you in poetry with words left on the shelf. Full of dust, you know it's me and from nobody else. Grab your seat at the fantasy parade. What I see is all
Good little bit, isn't it?
I come to you and hopefully I can contain myself. Pulsing blood that flows through me and wants nobody else. See through me and all of my charades. I am not any less afraid.
So we saved the hardest till last. Can't do it today anyway because I'm waiting for the solar cables which got to be run through here.
And it's the one that we need to do so we can put the fire in.
Yeah, it's the most important one because of this situation. And it's going to be hardest because we've
Can
got
I
to
take
cut
this bit down now?
the hatch hole. Yeah, go on.
Am I hanging on too tight? Baby, you're my life.
Good morning. This is my bath. We thought we'd bring it over to size up the bathroom. We're going to have the bathroom, or we're going to have the bath here by the window, and then we're hoping to have the bathroom about the same distance as this. Might need a bit more, like might have a step either side for toiletries and general piping and stuff. Yeah, I really missed a bath when we were in the van, and I just really wanted one. And to be honest, it's about the same size as a shower tray. Obviously it's a bit smaller, but all compromises on a narrowboat.
Looks lovely.
I love it.
Just got to figure out how high it's got to be because of the trap and stuff.
And also we are going to have to bring it out a little bit from the wall because to stand and shower, like, I'm okay here, but this is like to the floor, so might need to bring it out a little bit or just have to sit down and shower.
I think it's going to be a slightly squat shower.
That's okay. I got a bath. Very sorry team, we're getting very excited here, a bit ahead of ourselves. So we brought in our fridge. I don't think any of you guys have seen it before. It's 12 volt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is...
do you want me to tell them what it is?
Yeah.
It's a Swan fridge, but a company called Inlander Low Voltage, they convert them to 12 volt compressor fridges.
And
like a
it's
retro looking.
beautiful.
Quite big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Compared to the old one. I'm not sure what litre it is.
Anyway, back to the bathroom. So we're working out how high it's got to be able to have the pump thing
The
underneath
trap
it.
and that, yeah.
And originally our plan was to have the...
We only showed them the toilet.
Oh gosh, this is our new toilet. This is a composting one. We really wanted a composting one after having a chemical one in the van. It just... yeah, it was okay.
You're saying this as if Danny ever emptied the toilet
No,
whilst
it
we were
wasn't
away.
that, it was
6
just-
months I emptied it every time.
Yeah,
So I
you
don't know.
did.
Yeah, I did every time. You didn't empty
No,
once.
it's not that. It's just like it
What is it
fills
then?
up very quickly with number ones, and it's just a bit of a hassle, really. Whereas this, it separates your ones and twos.
You've got that. That's a spare one, but your number 2's going here.
Yeah.
Got a separator here, which goes into a little wee bottle. Holds 7 litres.
Yeah, and I just think that'd be a lot easier, a lot cleaner, better for the environment. So we've got one of them. Also, we've got this, which is like a filter because we don't want it to smell.
Yeah.
I don't really understand.
You've got 2 options when you buy these, which is plumbing it in so that what would you call it? It breathes outside. I can't think of the word.
Yeah,
So it vents outside,
Yeah.
but the less holes that I have to drill in the hull, the better, really. So for an extra like 50 quid, you can buy a carbon filter that lasts like a year or something.
But this is where we were gonna. Oh, sorry, it's a little bit. This was our wall. But our plan was to have this as a walkway because this is going to be a walkway for our bedroom. So the plan was. Oh gosh. The plan was to have it here,
Not quite
probably
as
out
close
a
as
little
that.
bit further because we need to have the filter and then have to have the sink here. But it just looks really squashed in. Like, I appreciate it's a narrowboat and it's going to be a small bathroom, but it doesn't look great. So we are now thinking of like having it there, which also, this is a lot bigger. I'm surprised at how much bigger this is than that other toilet. It just looks a bit clunky, so having this bit pushed against here, it just, yeah, I just think it looks a lot bigger. Still have the sink there,
But
so
we're
we're thinking, yeah, have a walkway here.
The door here still, sink's coming on this wall.
And then walk into this bit, because then this is our bedroom. We can have, we've left quite a lot of room for us to be able to have quite a decent amount of storage for our wardrobe and stuff. But Joe's original plan was to have it coming out as wide as the bed, which I just think's far too deep and just a bit overwhelming. I think I'll just fill it with crap. So we're going to have a bit more of a bigger space, have the cupboard in here, so you've almost got somewhere to like get changed and get ready, because it's okay like having all this storage, but if you've only got this little walkway to like get changed and stuff, it's just going to be a bit cramped. So yeah, I think that works well. It's probably going to be a bit harder now to like figure out a door. I was thinking maybe those beads, but Joe's like, I'm not sure about them. But yeah, I think it'll be nice when we've got the stud wall up. It's like hard to envision it really, but this is the best we've got because that ply's all a bit big to squash in here.
Now we're going to size up. We're getting a bit carried away and just trying to get a better.
And we're also trying to
Scale.
get it all over here before we have to leave the marina, because we really don't want to have to carry all this long towpath.
Especially when it's, well, the weather's on the change anyway, but carrying like a 600 quid fridge along the canal when it's raining is no fun.
No.
We're going to put the oven up in this position as well.
So next here we're thinking,
Sink.
yeah, the sinks. We're going to have hopefully a Belfast sink. I
More
really
butler
would
sink,
like.
a bit smaller.
Yeah, but the sink.
And they got draining board there.
And then we're going to have
on
the oven.
there.
And that's pretty much it, to be honest.
And
Like,
then
as
there's
much
gonna
as we
be
like cooking, we are
unit there.
leaving it a bit fine for storage. But we're thinking perhaps for like pantry stuff. I know we've got the pantry on the floor, but for the like pantry, like beans and pulses and stuff, maybe having like a little shelf here or like some sort of storage here, so it doesn't like, it's not a whole another like cupboard like the size of a kitchen unit, but just something to make the use of space, because you're not, although this is a walkway, you're not really going to use this space, are you?
No. Right, oven.
Oven.
This is like,
I guess though, what we were going to have, so we're going to have like an L shape, I think we've said to you guys. So we'll have like, what's it called? The worktop. So we'll have the worktop up to here, and then we'll have the worktop along here.
yeah.
So it doesn't really matter that that's out a bit further.
Why don't you just bring the fridge out to match? We'll push it in a little bit more. But yeah, it was a bit of a fluke. We just guessed that the hatch is going to be exact width of 2 boards, but it's just as well because that's quite
close. I really like it though.
Good morning, folks.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Slightly late start to the end of the week. I'll make it up at 3:30, but don't tell anyone.
I was on nights.
I was on nights, just woke up. Bit of a chore day today, bringing some stuff back over, like the log burner. The flue's painted up. Scratched it though.
Never mind.
I'm going to run some solo cables in a minute because they've arrived, and that means the plywood is ready to start next week, the final piece. Then we're waiting for a couple of bits and we can install this. Oh, needs it, it's so cold today.
Yeah.
What are we doing first?
We need to get some more bits in for the car.
We'll do that, we'll see in a minute. So, we've been looking at different liners for the mushroom. You're a bit low.
Go on
I'm a
then.
bit high. So I've been looking at different options for lining the mushroom. I've only cut one.
This hole here.
Now you can buy certain ones online, but they're too big. There's brass ones which won't work, and they're like 50 quid each or something stupid. Now this bottom bit, imagine this is upside down. I'm going to put it in
Tighten it.
from the roof. Yeah, it will go with no bit of sand in, nice and snug. And hopefully that.
And then what does it look like on the inside?
You'll see that.
But then what do you put on the top?
Them vents, the grills that you wanted.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's going to fit for the top now. I'm seeing this, but it might work. Let's go. Got one in there. It's got cold coming. Just if it.
There was a kingfish right here a minute ago. Oh, no. I think kingfishers are quickly becoming one of my favourite birdies. Can't you just sand it?
Hard to resist, got me looking like this, like no one before.
It won't.
Yeah, basically we just want some 90mm pipe then.
Can't you just cut it?
Huh? Well, yeah, but these are like 15 quid each.
Oh. I mean the boat.
What, to fit 15 quid bits of plastic when we could buy cheap bits of plastic and put and leave the poles as are. As they are.
Yeah, right. Put that back on then because it's
Yeah,
going to
no,
rain.
I need to get a new piece now, don't I?
So Joe is going to do the solar cables now. That's what we've been waiting for in order to be able to do the last sheet of ply, and then we can paint the ceiling. But
Not today.
not today. We won't even do the sheet today, but we're going to
Leading
do.
them on like
We're
that.
going to do the solar cables.
Because otherwise we feel like it was a waste of time coming over here today. Because of the late start. Just making ourselves feel a bit better. So I've got the solar cables, finally. I ordered the wrong ones before. Now these are going to come in. I'm going to take a leaf out of Uncle Dave's book. Instead of, I actually bought a little
Like we had in the van.
thing. Yeah, instead of putting an extra hole in the ceiling, which is more likely going to leak because it's a boat, coming through the mushroom vent.
Woohoo!
So these are
Will
going
they
to be...
bend enough?
Yeah. I'll go and poke these through.
Alright then. Why don't you just...
Oh, hang on a minute.
What?
We've got to take the vent. I won't be able to do this yet.
Why?
Oh, this is all bloody awkward.
So you almost need to do the ply, cut
Yeah.
the hole.
Yeah, so we need these up here, grabbable, but out the way of the core cutter that's going to come down. Right, that's fine. Are you with me? I'll go and poke them through so we can see how much slack we need.
The duck's laughing at you. Yeah.
I'm not going to put it through the mushroom vent because the line was not going to work like I had planned. Got to put the liner in first. I'm so confused. Danny? If we do it this way, the liner's not going to work. The liner we're going to put up won't work.
I don't understand. Oh, okay.
So maybe we do just put the hole in the roof.
Have you bought the bit?
Yeah, I got it already.
Oh god.
Should we call it a day?
Literally got here.
We brought loads of stuff over though.
So, do you have a beer?
Yes.
My hands are so cold. I actually don't.
Little non-alcoholic number to finish the week off. From a
By
Welsh brewery.
Tiny Rebel.
Yeah.
Cheers. Indian powwow. Keep the party going. Golden hazy mango pineapple tropical.
Really easy drinking. And you can have like 10 of these and still drive. Thank you, Kel. My friend dropped them off for me.
So next week.
Probably moving out the marina.
Yeah, next week will be our last week. We've been putting it off and off because it's just convenient being in here. But we are going to move out next week. Hopefully we'll have the ceiling complete.
And log burner.
And log burner because it is absolutely freezing in here and we want to start staying over a bit more. So, yeah, we need some heat.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Maria, I was going to cheers you.
Oh, cheers!
Bye-bye.
No, I don't want to sing for the camera. I just sing for you.
Christmas songs already?
Because I was going to buy a Christmas tree yesterday, but I stopped myself because I knew Joe wouldn't want one.
I've stopped taking sugar in coffee when we're out.
He thinks he's better than everyone else now because he doesn't have sugar in his coffee, don't you? Oh no, we're not having that.
Yes.
We're having the salad.
No,
first.
no.
Because you won't eat the salad.
I will eat the salad.
Joe,
Come on.
please let me eat. Let's have it after
Ooh.
the salad.
homemade millionaire shortbread.
Yeah, cut it in half. No,
Cut it in half. Oh, very generous portion, that. Mm. Are you off work tomorrow?
No,
Huh?
no,
What?
I haven't.
You haven't got work?
Do you want me to?
No, I said, are you off work?
Yeah,
You're off work tomorrow?
yeah.
Right, so you're on the very edge of the shop.
Does that look weird, me being like this?
It's not looking how you would expect.
What should I do then?
I'm not sure. Maybe if you try a slightly wider angle. Yeah, try that, but not so enthusiastic. Might be a bit grainy now because the lighting's gone. Is it recording?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it is. Alright, it's not look too weird, mate.